Good morning and welcome to another What a Hell of a Way to Dad haul video. I haven't done one of these in a little bit. Just it's we're getting this back into some kind of rhythm and having these done at certain times. The last time I did one of these, I sat on it for too long, and most of the stuff that I picked up already got sold. So I have a lot of things here that actually aren't going to go up in the store quite yet, and a few things that are just for us. But we did once again go to Savers very recently and pick up some really good stuff. So let me show you some things we picked up yesterday, and I'll show you a few other things that I've got as well that just so I can kind of talk about what we got going on. First thing, not everything is always for the store, right? So sometimes I love going to Savers and our Vincent DePaul near us as well, just because sometimes there's just stuff for us. So one thing that we've always talked about is we need a little food chopper, a little food processor. We really wanted to get one of the Slapchops. If you remember Slapchop, you're gonna love my nuts. That guy ended up biting the tongue off of a prostitute, I think. Look that up, but look at this. This is very nice. We have a large food processor. We don't have one that's small though. Like something you can just throw like half an onion in and chop it up. So this is really kind of nice. We're gonna have this upstairs and using this for food processing because I do a lot of food prep and I do it all by hand. And I have great knives, and I'm okay at chopping and doing some basic cook stuff. But it's always a lot easier too if you've got if you've got a machine. So it's like that, just that, and then it turns on and plugs in. Very clean. That's a big one. Whenever you're looking for stuff like this, especially food, something that goes into food, you always want to look for something that has not been used. Because generally people don't clean things like this very well. So this, like I said, it's still got the plastic. It doesn't have the instruction manual, but that's fine. I think I can figure it out. Looks like it's you plug it in. It doesn't have an on switch. It's one of those things you turn this and it'll turn on and start chopping up your onions or whatever you got. So that's really cool to get. Like I said, we've been looking for something like this. We're looking for like one of the manual ones, but those things are also really hard to clean. This one looks like everything just pops off and you can use it. So pro tip: find things that are clean and have not been used, especially if it's going to be food related. Alright, I got a couple of boxes. They're exciting. So, this one, I know Bradford Authentic. I think this probably held rings, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what would be held inside of these, but take those out. I don't need these anymore. We're going to toss those. So of course, I make dice rollers. I like to pick up boxes and resell them because I think boxes like this are always really great. So I'll put a liner in this. I like this. There's not too much I have to do to it. It's very clean already, very well put together. It's got a little thing that says the North American Super Slam Collection. So this one was a little pricey. It's like $10 they wanted for this one. Military discount Wednesdays though, so $7.50 for me. But like I said, this is nice. There's not a lot that I have to do to this. I already, gutted it. Look, I just pulled these out and it's gutted already. I just have to put a little liner in here and it's good to go. I don't even have to change anything up here. So it's very rare to find something that's nice and clean there. And then I also got this one, kind of the same, very nice and clean on the inside. It says Cool Stones on the outside of it. And this one I got for $4. So those will be, I do make them into dice rollers, but like just, lining the inside, people like that as well. So this will, these will get turned into boxes that are going to be sold, but I'm going to hold on to these. These aren't actually going to go into the store until after Archon, which is going to be in October. Yeah, 1st of October. So Archon is the big convention that's around here in St. Louis. Indiana has Gen Con, Atlanta has Dragon Con, we have Archon. It's kind of it's more writers, it's a lot smaller, but it's going to be our first, my first convention that we're going to be doing stuff like this, and I think we're going to do pretty well between things that I make and the things that my wife makes, and then if this goes really well, hopefully I can start kind of traveling a little bit. I would love to do Gen Con out in Indiana as well. I always have a lot of friends that are out there at those. I'm going to have friends at Archon, and I'm going to have, it's expansion that I'd like to start doing with some of this stuff. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do of it. We do a once a month. We do First Friday at the Science Center. It's kind of a smaller, low key one. It's in the evening. We don't have to be there till like 4:30, and it goes until 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So it's fun what we're doing, and I'm hoping to do bigger, better conventions. I've learned that I want to do inside stuff way more than I want to do anything outside. So anything that's inside, we did 420 Fest. We did really well financially there, but it ruined the. We had a like little tent, little pop-up tent that you can put up. And I don't know, we were just in a wind tunnel, so we were constantly just having to hold our shit down to make sure it didn't blow all over the place. Nobody else had this problem, just us. So, and it really ruined the tent that we had, and we had to get rid of it. So, and we'll get another one, but like outdoor festivals, especially you don't know how hot it's gonna be. It's gonna be raining, everything like that. So, I like the indoor stuff. I'm an indoor kind of person, so that's where I'm gonna be. All right, we got this nice. My wife got this nice sketchbook. Very empty sketchbook that was just $3. She's been wanting a sketchbook that she can do notes and drawings and things like that in. Got some 3-ring binders, $2 each. This is all homeschool stuff. Our daughter is entering 4th grade, and whether you're in an actual school or homeschooling, you gotta kind of start taking things a little bit more serious once you hit 3rd and 4th grade. So this is organizational stuff. We have a lot of 3-ring binders that are floating around the house that get repurposed, but it's always good to have new ones, especially these smaller ones, these 1-inch ones. So we got a bunch of those, and we got some stencils, little Tupper toys. This is a Tupperware made toys once upon a time. So these are little stencils that you can use. Creative educational learning tool to grow with your child. These are pretty nice too. My daughter likes stencils. I kind of do too. These are really nice. They're a lot more sturdy than a lot of them. So you can put that down on something like that. You can paint and draw and stuff like that. For people like me who can't draw for shit and who try real hard sometimes, but it's one of those skill sets that I never really picked up when I was younger, and we're kind of working on it. We have this thing called Glitter Bombers that we pay for that gives you art lessons and stuff. So my daughter and I usually do those on Saturday. We'll pick an art lesson and then we'll go through it, and it's drawing, watercolors, different mediums, stuff like that. Stuff I never had any idea how to do. The basics of. Start with a pencil outline and then go over it with permanent marker and then painting and things like that. Like I said, all stuff that I had no idea. And if I was trying to draw, I'm just going to be reinventing the wheel the whole time. One other thing I'm going to show you. Oh, it's this. I got this. So this is a record display. And I am not a vinyl person. I don't own... Every once in a while, I think about picking up a record player. Sometimes they have them at Savers. I don't know what condition they're ever in. I don't know enough about these things to pick them up and make judgments or repair any of them. A lot of really cool stuff ends up there, like especially the console tables that have like a record player and speakers and everything built into it. And every once in a while, you'll find like $20 or something like that. But again, I don't really know anything about those. But I do have. I did at least have one thing. That my friend Brock sent me because he knew I'm a big fan of Katamari Damacy. So he sent me this record. It's actually a double record a long time ago, and I had picked up like this one that like lets you put the record and the album in it and display both, but like it was just really cheap and always felt like it was going to fall apart. And like this one is a lot more solid, so that's going to be hung up in the pod shack right there. I like that. They have that on display. And then, let's see, a couple of other things. These are things that we got a little bit ago. I got another one of these nice little art cases here. Oh, that's actually the one that I've already worked on. But yeah, these art cases, they come out and they have these little pop-ups here. This one actually has a little kickstand. I built a little kickstand on that. So, you can kind of have a dice roller, you can have a place for your notes, you can have a place to store things and whatnot. So, this was a whole art case before I got a hold of it. I'm not overly happy with this one. This is the first one that I worked on. But I do have a new one. This one's a little bit bigger, but it's the same kind of concept. Open it up, and you have the sides come out. And you can see it's got pencils and whatnot in it. And these things, you see these all the time at Savers. Like I saw one yesterday and I didn't pick it up. I already got 2 of these that I'm kind of working on. So those are going to be fun. Like I said, a lot of these boxes and stuff that I turn into dice rollers are for very specifically for going to Archon, because I never see anybody else make these things there. Last time I was there, I never saw them. So, and it's a big nerd convention, so there's going to be a lot of D&D people there. And my wife is making dice bags. She crochets dice bags. She's got little baby Yoda ones that we're going to have. So she's got a lot of cool stuff. And let's see, got some of these too. Got a couple of these. I think that what I need to do is get a hold of some old comic books and stuff so I can like decoupage these up, make them a little fancier. I got these for $3. I have 2 of these. I got them for $3. Pretty sure I can clean them up and sell them for 15 or so. You know, just a little file cabinet thing. So that's what I like. You know, this is what I do. I pick these things up and I kind of reinvent them a little bit, save them from the trash heap, sell them to you, see what you guys like with them. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff is not going to be in the store anytime soon, but, you know, after October, if it doesn't get sold, it'll be up there, and we'll talk about that. Got a few other things. I put this up in. So this is the McDonnell Douglas frosted mug with the Tank Buster Apache on it. This is Desert Storm era, honestly, and I feel it's like you know, it's like Desert Storm wasn't that long ago, but like it was the 90s. It was fucking 35 years ago. So this mug is up in the store, and it's very rare. It's trimmed with gold. Like it's actually trimmed with gold, so it's pretty nice. I wouldn't say that you can like scratch it off and sell it at your local pawn shop, but I see very few of these. I've only seen like 1 or 2 of these on eBay, and I picked this up. I got this for a really good deal. So this is up in the store at this point. As of recording this morning, it had not been sold yet, so you can pick that up. I also have, this was an interesting one that I picked up. This dermatologist mug. You can't really see it. It says Roche, a commitment to dermatology here, but it's got these like comic book characters with zits. So if you're just like, man, I really wish I could see somebody with a really bad case of acne first thing in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee, I got a mug for you there. There's all kinds of other good stuff up there. Let's see, I've got, this is another one that I recorded on other ones, but that didn't come out. So this is a nice little blank mug, but it's got a cute little panda bear inside of it. So, or a cat, I'm not sure what that is, but there's something inside. It's a nice little surprise. So I've got those. I've got a lot of really good coffee mugs. Check out the Podcast Addict. There's a lot of really cool stuff that I've added to that recently. Every time I go out to Savers, I'm buying things that I can throw up there. I also have a whole stash of things here that we're kind of deciding, like, what do I want to start an Etsy store? I already kind of have something going on, but people search for more things on eBay and Etsy than they do, like, my website. So some of the more obscure things, like if you remember the mid-century modern stuff that I showed you, the silverware, like that whole set's worth like $400 or $500. I don't really think that my followers are going to necessarily want that, but if I can put that up on eBay, probably going to find a little bit more of an audience there. So a lot of the other things too, salt and pepper shakers and things like that. So we'll see. I know that there's integrations that I can use to add eBay and Etsy to the Shopify store. I haven't really gotten there yet because they're 2 different systems, so they don't necessarily talk to each other perfectly. And I'm trying to see if I need to have some kind of, I don't know, separation there. We'll see. I'm going on vacation. Actually, today is Friday. It's the Friday before Labor Day. I'm on vacation. I'm going to Kansas City. My daughter has an Irish dance festival and competition there. We're getting on the train and going out there. When I come back, I'm hoping next week to really hit some of this stuff to really build out so that I can sell more of the little tchotchkes and stuff. Because one thing that we've always wanted to do was to start an antique mall booth, but this is kind of the better thing. There's not a booth that I have to go take care of and make sure people aren't stealing from and deal with all that. I just have my store and I have my basement, and I buy things that I think are cool and I sell them to you if you think they're cool. That's how it goes, and it's really exciting, and I really enjoy doing this. I like that I'm kind of expanding outside of pins, patches, and stickers, but pins, patches, and stickers are still available out there. I'll show you these. I found some old designs that I don't actually have in the store anymore. Some old pins, but I found like a couple of handfuls. The I'll Tread Where I Please pin. So I have these as a Mistrike one because the coloring and the lettering is not good, but the coloring's good there. So that's regular price. The Trans K47 is going to be up there. I have a Born to Claw pins. I got a couple of those. And I'm sure you guys remember this meme. That's my surplus value, I don't know you. That's all those are in the store under pins, whatahellofawaydadad.com. Very limited supply of those. I have like 4 or 5 of each one of these. So if you want one, you got to get up and order those now. But if you order at this point, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be out of town. But take 15% off. Code Labor Day. That goes all the way through Monday up until Tuesday. I'm going to get this video up so that you guys can have that in your back pocket when you go shopping this weekend. And hopefully you pick up something nice that you like. Hopefully, and if I don't, I hope I can find something in the future that you really like. Something that'll really speak to you and make you want, maybe a coffee mug with a tall ship on it that says "#1 Dad." I have 2 of those now. So those are in the store under the Podcast Addict. Check those out. 15% off Labor Day. Very simple. Everything that you could want there. So thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.